Hi, this video will show you how to share models between the Improved Performance Research Integration tool, or IMPRINT, and the systems modeling tool, MagicDraw. IMPRINT stands for the Improved Performance Research Integration tool. It is a manpower, personnel, and training prediction tool owned by the U.S. Army Research Laboratory and developed by Alion Science and Technology. It is freely available to U.S. government employees and contractors. MagicDraw is a tool for developing Unified Modeling Language, or UML, and Systems Modeling Language, SysML, architectures and diagrams. It is owned and developed by NoMagic. For more information, go to the NoMagic website listed here. Why did we go to all the work to develop a way for IMPRINT and MagicDraw to share data? Well, we wanted to find a way for systems engineers and human factors engineers and human systems integration specialists to share data. We think that this will benefit both groups by allowing the sharing of information and allow human considerations to be incorporated in new designs. System models like MagicDraw are good at setting requirements, defining architectures, and specifying behaviors and constraints. Human performance modeling tools like IMPRINT are good at predicting manpower requirements and workload. Allowing IMPRINT and MagicDraw to share data helps bridge the gap between these two tools and engineering specialties. MagicDraw activity diagrams can be opened in IMPRINT, or IMPRINT operational models can be imported into MagicDraw. The MagicDraw project needs to be saved in MagicDraw file format and saved with the MD.XML file extension to be recognized by IMPRINT. To do this, first open the project you want to share in MagicDraw. Then under the File menu, select Save Project As, and then when the Save window opens, pick MagicDraw file format, parentheses, star.mdxml, end parentheses, from the Files of Type drop-down. Then optionally enter a name and select a location. Once that is done, click the Save button. On the IMPRINT side, to import the file we just saved, first open IMPRINT, then under the File menu, select Import Data From, then MagicDraw Data. The open dialog will appear where you can go to the MD.XML file and click Open. If there are multiple activity diagrams, IMPRINT will pop up a window and ask which diagrams to import. Once the diagrams are imported, a message will appear. Click OK to close, and the IMPRINT activity diagrams now appear. Let's go over an example. In MagicDraw, I have a simple project open that has two activity diagrams. One has the activities for renting a car, and the second for paying for the car. In the Reserve a Car diagram, you can see there is an initial node, a final activity node, a series of actions, a fork, and some decision nodes. The Pay for Car diagram has two swim lanes, one for the customer and one for the attendant, and a variety of actions. In order to import it into IMPRINT, I need to save it in MD.XML format. So to do that, I go to the File menu and select Save Project As. When the next window opens, I go down to the Files of Type and I select MagicDraw File Format, or star.mdxml. I give the file a name, I give it a location, then I click Save. Now I can go to IMPRINT. So this is IMPRINT, and import that file. So if I just go to the File menu and say Import Data From, select MagicDraw Data, the open file log appears, and from here I can go to where I save my MagicDraw file. Here's my Reserve a Car. I select it and say Open. IMPRINT then reads the file and displays all the activity diagrams. So here I've got two activity diagrams. To select both of them, I just select the top level node there. And then I click OK, and IMPRINT will import that data. It displays a message of successful, so here it says the import was successful, two diagrams were imported. So each one comes in as a function into IMPRINT. If I double click on Reserve a Car, I can then see that the actions in MagicDraw are tasks in IMPRINT. IMPRINT does attempt to make the diagram look close to what it did in MagicDraw. So I can zoom in here and see all of the tasks, the decision nodes, the forks, the start and ends become start and end tasks. So now let's go see our Pay for Car. So let's double click on that one. And you can see that IMPRINT has created two swim lanes here, one labeled customer, one labeled attendant, just like MagicDraw. That's it. You now have the activity diagrams for MagicDraw into your imprint model. Now you can go ahead and define the task parameters like timing, workload, and operator assignment. To go the other direction and import imprint models into MagicDraw, you first need to install the MagicDraw importer that comes with imprint. It can be found in the imprint installation directory in a subfolder named Installers. There are two versions of the installer, one for 32-bit computers and one for 64-bit ones. I'll show you how it works. Using the File Explorer, go to the Imprint Install directory. In my case, it's the default, so I'll click on Program Files x86. Then I'll find Imprint Pro 4, double-click on that, and finally I'll double-click on the Installers subfolder. You can see there's two files for the MagicDraw importer setup. If your computer is 32-bit, run the importer that says x86. And if it's a 64-bit, run the one that says x64. Just install it by double-clicking on the appropriate MSI file. The importer will install a plugin to MagicDraw that allows imprint models to be imported. A series of windows will appear to guide you through the installation process. Once we've installed the importer, there will be an imprint option in MagicDraw under the Import From menu that displays the open dialog for you to select an imprint model. It provides a status message and imports the operational missions from imprint into MagicDraw. Let's go through an example. In imprint, I have a model open. This particular model is called Tank, and it has 4 missions included in there. I've got the first one open. You can see it's got a start task, several different functions, some other tasks here, a comment, and like I said, note that there's 4 missions there. So over here in MagicDraw, I'm going to import that model by just going into the File menu and say Import From, and I've now got an option to bring in an imprint profile since I ran the importer. So if I click on that, it opens the file dialog. I select my imprint model. I say open, and MagicDraw imports all of those functions and tasks. It gives me a message that it was imported. So now if I go over here into my MagicDraw missions and expand it, I can see that all 4 of my missions have been brought in. I can see that the functions and tasks are there. So if I double click on any of these, I'm going to get my activity diagrams for all of those. And I've successfully imported my imprint model into MagicDraw. The next few slides show how common MagicDraw elements are represented in imprint. The first one is the activity. So an example is shown in the middle of the page here. Activities are imported as functions in imprint. UML SysML action is brought in as a task in imprint. A call behavior action is brought in as an imprint function. The activity parameter node does not have a corresponding object in imprint, but it is imported as a task so that the diagram looks similar. An object flow in the MagicDraw comes in as a path in imprint. The control flow comes in as a path. The send signal action comes in as a task, and the accept event action comes in as a task as well. The initial node comes in as a start task in imprint, and the activity final node comes in as an end task in imprint. MagicDraw elements of decision, merge, and fork all come in as tasks in imprint. The tasks are shaped like the object in MagicDraw, so we'll have a diamond or a solid bar. The join object comes in as a task, and partitions or swim lanes come in as swim lanes in imprint. The common elements of comments, notes, and text boxes all come in as comments in imprint. Thank you very much for viewing this video. For more information or to order MagicDraw, you can go to the website listed here. If you do not already have imprint and would like a copy, please contact ARL using the really long email listed here. Happy modeling!